Okay, what up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to Herbs class for 5 more minutes of math. Today's topic of choice, rate of change. Yeah, and later on, you're going to hear rate of change referred to as slope. Yeah, pretty soon they'll be interchangeable, but rate of change and slope mean the same thing for right now. So let's talk about what rate of change is. Okay, perfect. Let's talk about this YouTube channel right here. When I started this YouTube channel in the very beginning, I had 0 subscribers, right? And then I had 7 subscribers, right? And then I had 14 subscribers, right? That's good information, right? My number of subscribers went from 0 to 7 to 14. But wait a minute. If we're talking rate of change, you know what rate means? Rate means speed, right? Rate means the speed at which something is changing. So if I'm telling you how many subscribers I changed by, that's good information, but is that enough for the rate of change? No. I need some sort of like time frame. Like how fast did my subscribers go up? Or do we go up by 7 in a week? Do we go up by 7 in a day? Let's put some more information up here. Yeah, turns out years. Yeah, when I started off at 0 years, I had 0 subscribers. But after 1 year, I had 7 subscribers. And after 2 years, I had 14 subscribers. How can we take this information and change it into a rate of change? Well, let's talk about what rate of change really means. Okay, so first, this triangle is a math way to say the change in, right? That's a delta for the triangle, but that delta means change in. So remember, if we're talking about the rate of change, I want to know how my subscribers change compared to how the time changed. Yeah, and so to find the change in something, don't you subtract? If I wanted to find the change in this first year from 0 to 7, wouldn't I take this 7 and subtract 0 to find out how much it changed? Let's do that. Yeah, it would look just like that. My change in subscribers is 7. It went from 0 to 7. Now, how fast did that change happen? That change was over 1 year, was it over 2 years, was it over 3 years? Let's see. Yeah, exactly right. My rate of change, I changed, let's put some units on here. Just like that. My rate of change, 7 subscribers per year. This is another way to say this. Yeah, exactly right. If my change is 7 subscribers for every 1 year, that's the same as saying 7 subscribers per year. Yeah. What if we use these 2 years to see, is it the same rate of change? Let's find out. Yeah. So in year number 2, I have 14. If I subtract 7, that means in year number 2, I went up 7 subscribers, right? And how many years had passed? I went from year 1 to year 2, so I subtract. 2 minus 1 is? Turns out in year 1, I went up by 7 subscribers per year, and in year 2, I went up by the same rate of change. Yes, absolutely right. Now I put a positive there for a reason, because my subscribers could have went down, couldn't it? Yeah, let's try a different one. Let me show you some more of this. Okay, so what about a situation like this, where I have a table situation where one column is the distance that I have driven in my car, and the other column is the time that I have spent driving. So if I wanted to use this information to calculate a rate of change for my distance driven, let's remember what rate of change is. Good. It's the change in one thing over or compared to the change in another. And so for this particular case, we're looking for the change in the distance driven over the change in the time. So let's talk about how much this distance changes. Now you can only pick 2 points at a time, right? Let's go with those 2 for now. We can only do 2 at a time. We'll do 2 other ones in a second to see if that rate of change is constant or has changed. But let's focus on these 2 for now. Between these 2 points, how much did the distance change? Yeah, that distance went up by 130 miles. So how much did the time change? The time went up by 2 hours. Yeah. So when I do this 130 divided by 2, I get, yes, 65 miles every hour. The distance that I drove changed by 65 miles every hour I drove. Yeah, Let's see if it's the same between those other 2 points. Okay, so now between these 2 points, notice the distance changed by a different amount. So now this distance went up by 195 miles, but time went up by a different amount too. Do you know what 195 divided by 3 is? Exactly right, the same rate of change. So my speed, in this case, the rate of change is constant. It didn't change between here and here. Let's try one more because it doesn't always have to be time.